Issue number 3 of the Power Rangers universe comic by Boom Studios begins with the newly morphed Morphin Masters battling against Dark Specter's forces. Just like virtually every Ranger series, the Morphin Masters are able to utilise the new knowledge of their powers immediately. The Red Ranger summons the Mighty Morphin Power Sword, but then loses the Mighty Morphin power as it suddenly switched to Mystic Force. So the powers that the Morphin Masters have at the moment are unstable. They are like the emissaries from the main comic book series with the alternating suits. Eventually the Morphin Masters go somewhere safe, they hope. The Masters have powered down and talk about the Proto-Arch. The Morphin Masters' families are safe in the grid, but will that still be the case if Dark Specter gets to the Proto-Arch? They need the Morphinaut to get the Proto-Arch to work. The reason why the Morphin Masters couldn't maintain their Ranger suits for very long is because their Morphin hearts were designed to absorb the Morphin grid energy only long enough to let them safely enter the grid. The hearts were never meant to hold onto that energy for long periods of time. Now, the Morphinaut tells the Morphin Masters that the Morphin grid is theorized to be the source of all life in every universe, a fixed point in time and space. If Dark Specter enters the grid, all universes would be threatened. Sometime later, the Morphin Masters start playing around and practice their new fighting skills. To be honest, I think much of the pages and dialogue in Power Rangers universe is just filler content. There's a lot that doesn't even add to the story, this one included. Another reason I don't like this series is where it says things like ominous comet, actually a command hub. Why not just say where this is? Why even start with ominous comet? It's almost like this comic is trying to be funny, but ending up failing. Once again, we have more filler content, but the key thing to take from this pointless dialogue is the fact that they're working to stabilise the energy output of their Morphin hearts. A casing is suggested to essentially stop the energy from shocking the individual, which is what caused the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger switch to Mystic Force Red earlier. Now, in Super Megaforce, a new power, the legendary Squadron mode was introduced. We see the emblem for the legendary Squadron mode here. This appears to be the new casing for the Morphin hearts. However, the Morphin Masters don't gain the suits of the Squadron mode. They just morph again into a different set of Rangers. Then they go into battle. Annoyingly, the Morphinaut is about to tell the Rangers his name, but the Pink Ranger tells him to talk less and to run more. This is the 3rd issue out of 6 in this limited series, and the artwork is still a problem. Here we have a lot of action happening. Some of it I actually understand what's going on, and the rest, I don't know what's actually being depicted. I know I'm not the only one who has complaints about the artwork. I've seen others on the internet comment on the same thing. It's just difficult to work out what the artist is trying to get across sometimes. Earlier I talked about pointless dialogue. Well, here's another pointless reference to the original Power Rangers TV series. It's the summoning of the Sword of Power. That came out of nowhere in the original TV series, and it's happened here too. So the Sword of Power did exist, it was used here. Still no explanation for it though. It's like a reference and a bad joke rolled into one. This issue comes to an end when the Morphinaut hears a voice saying he's doomed everyone. So what does this mean? Is the Morphinaut already corrupted by Dark Specter, or is this someone else talking to him? Now, I was disappointed with the first issue of the series and wasn't really impressed. I liked issue number 2 a bit more and was looking forward to this issue, seeing the Morphin Masters as Power Rangers in action. While I enjoy the reference to the legendary Squadron mode, I didn't like much else, to be honest. With only 3 more issues to go, I really don't know what to expect anymore.